When a lot of our customers think about a reliable, durable hardwood, they're often thinking of oak. So oak is an all-rounder. It's so well known. People know where they stand with oak. They know that it's incredibly hard-wearing. They know that it's tough and durable and very versatile as well. The thing with European oak specifically, it's great for being used outdoors, but I'm going to show you a product today that potentially has a bit of a versus quality to European oak and something that should be looked into for an alternative. We want to talk about Iroko. Iroko is a fantastic alternative to European oak. European oak chosen quite often for outdoor purposes because of how hard wearing it is and durable in wet weather conditions. But the Iroko, in fact, is even better for outdoor use. Similar to European oak, Iroko is a very tight-grained, very tough, durable hardwood. But the difference and the reason why Iroko could be such a better alternative in some cases is because it has a higher oil content. So that oil content creates a strong barrier, and that's what gives it its incredible durability for outdoor use. For any wet weather, the oil content or the resinous qualities of it almost protect it and give it a barrier. So that's why in a lot of cases you could actually use Iroko untreated and it will last for decades. So against the European oak can be an even stronger and more durable alternative. European oak used for doors, exterior doors and window frames quite often, and still a very, very good product to do with that. But when it comes to outdoor furniture, I would say that with all its characteristics, Iroko is probably the preferred option. A lot of our furniture making customers are coming to us and asking us for Iroko for the simple reason it can be used for any outdoor furniture, like tabletops, also decking, cladding, pergolas, that kind of thing. So anything really furniture-wise in the garden, Iroko is number one choice. The other good thing about Iroko that you don't always get with the European oak is those size availabilities. So Iroko can come in much wider boards. You can get the wide boards in European oak, much more difficult to get hold of in a pack. In a random width pack, you'll get much wider boards, and some of the boards we've had here in Iroko have been up to about 500 millimeters in width, which is fantastic, especially if you're wanting to do outdoor projects, outdoor furniture, where you have those really wide pieces. Also, in a range of different thicknesses, the standard kind of sawmill sizes where you're going inch, inch and a quarter, inch and a half, 2 inch, and then 3 inch, and even up to about 100 millimeters, so 4 inch in thickness. Very easily achievable to get that in Iroko, and we stock a huge amount in all those different sizes. So it's a very available timber to get those sizes in. I've been talking about all the benefits of Iroko and all the reasons why I think for outdoor furniture it's probably a better option than the European oak. So what's the catch? Well, there isn't really a catch, because price-wise, you'd probably be interested to learn that Iroko is actually almost half the price of European oak. For sure, it's about a third less. And when we've been pricing jobs up for customers, they've been astonished at how much cheaper Iroko is than European oak, when in actual fact it's probably better for those exterior jobs anyway. So it's worth getting in touch with your timber merchant and asking them what kind of a price option you can get for Iroko in the same kind of thing as the European oak, and just comparing the two of them. I've raved on about how brilliant I think Iroko is, but you know, one timber is not an all-rounder for everything, for every use. So, what are the drawbacks? Well, there are some drawbacks with Iroko. So the first one is if you're actually working with it, it's a nasty dust to work with, really carcinogenic, and it's probably worth wearing some really important respiratory gear when you're working with it, because that dust can be pretty nasty. Also, it does have a habit when you're machining it as well to, with tension release, it will ping off, and you can get a lot of twisting, a lot of curling and cupping with the boards where they almost go in a kind of banana-like shape while you're working with it. So that's something to be careful of, especially when you go into some of those thinner, narrower dimensions. The other thing about it as well is if you're using it for interior purposes, because it's very oily, it can sometimes stain things like soft furnishings and stuff like that. So actually, it's also got a very coarse grain as well. So for interior purposes, there are a lot of other timbers that will probably be more suitable. So they're just some of the drawbacks, but you probably agree when it comes to outdoor furniture, no major huge drawbacks, and a lot to gain with it. That's why Iroko is such a good option and an alternative to European oak. Characteristically, you get it in a straw yellow colour to a chocolate brown, with such varying colour patterning across the boards. Even within the same tree, you can get different colour patterns. It's a beautiful, natural, organic looking product. And I think number one for outdoor use at the moment is one to watch out for.